Is your fourth and fifth seeded, so it should be pretty close. Both teams during the autonomous pre-program period scoring some game pieces, 87-42, holding on just a little bit too tight. That won't be counted until it's released. 54-02, FIRST Robotics releasing two of those game pieces. Blue Alliance matching them for a couple down there at the lower part of the trough in the L1 region. There remain 2 minutes and 50 seconds. It's all tele-operated. Blue Alliance getting quickly into action. 28-67, Elk Logic removing that piece of algae, those inflatable teal spheres, out from their coral reef, opening up additional scoring opportunities. Scores currently 35-24 with just under 2 minutes remaining in the match. Remember, we're in playoffs. All it comes down is that final score and which alliance wins. That teams do not need to focus on all at those ranking points, which we will probably see very little algae of, even though we saw that during the last match. 34-52, Green Engineers being careful of their tipsy robot, especially moving at high velocities while fully extended. Teams making quick notice of their center of gravity, especially as they whip around the field of play. All alliances staying on their side of the barge so far. No contact or bumper-on-bumper action quite yet, but that could potentially change once teams get game pieces stuck inside of their mechanisms, meaning that they can't pick up any more. Scores currently 64-58 in favor of your Red Alliance. Only a 6-point difference there, which is a game piece score 2 of those in any location on the field. Blue Alliance now successfully doing that, going back to their human player station to pick up more. That's the only place additional game pieces can be brought into the field of play. Those algae is all we'll see throughout this entire match. 45 seconds remaining. Teams continuing to fight for that winning spot. Plenty of points available in the end game, and many of teams strategized around that. Some of them will continue to keep scoring, while others will go for that climb and get those points for being elevated off the ground. 21-97, Las Pumas, New Carsland, Indiana, placing a coral on the L3 level of their coral area, getting 4 points for their alliance, now shifting it in favor of the Blue Alliance. 20 seconds remaining. We heard that sonar ping. We're now in the end game as teams make their way over to those cages to get elevated off the ground. They need to be not contacting any part of the ground to get those points. 87-42 seems to successfully have done so. Blue Alliance getting lined up now with just a few seconds remaining. Green Engineers sneaking in on last point, just shy of getting those parking. We'll have to see how those scores total up here at the end of playoffs. Match 2 here at Defend District Washington event, sponsored by Vincennes University Center for Applied Robotics and Automation and Toyota, Indiana. Alliance 4 continuing in the upper bracket. We'll see them next at match 7. Alliance 5 heading down to that lower bracket. Still going to play at least another match. And we'll see them in match 5. Stick tight for qualification match playoffs, match 3.